I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rafer's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. Okay. To be continued. Save game? Sure. Over which one? Right at the turnabout? Yeah. So I already have that saved. As in, like, it's a file. I've already recorded it. Sheesh. I know what I mean. High Court of Kurain. Accused lobby. Oh, it's not numbered. I never noticed that. I thought it would have been numbered. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never probably asked you to defend me, did I? It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home, so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plumed Punisher, right? You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, barbed head. It is written all over your face. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that? I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Rafer doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. Let's do it. Oh, I can't wait. Let's do it. The High Court of Kurain. Day 2. Court is now in session. All rise. Oh, I love it. Boom. He has a right thick mallet. In terms of the sound it makes, there's a right thud. Poof. Now then, if everyone is ready... The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Pardon me. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmadi. I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the High Priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Perezala. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmadi, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Kurainism. Even the lowest level of hell, the Hell of Tickling, would not be punishment enough. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? The Hell of Hangnails? Bagiel Poken. Hell. A realm of eternal agony. Ooh, do you just constantly stub your toe? What the fuck is this? There she will suffer the endless punishment of Yagar by the Galoon of Pulmoten. Furthermore... Enough. Thank God. I won't be able to read it. My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is bliss. Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the High Priest's disciple, Perezalot. He had been training under the High Priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion, during the Purification Rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The Warbard dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. The Warbard dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice. We have already established that the accused prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it. Bloody hell. Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused Mayafei is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Oh dear. Would the defense care to respond? The accused is innocent, and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? I knew that was going to be his response. Hey, Jason. I will do. I'm kind of busy at the moment. The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. Also, how's it going? As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But... well, once Her Benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see. Your Majesty, might I have a word? Oh, that's good, I'm glad to hear that. I'm also pretty good, thanks for asking. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmadi? It's about the divination seance. Ooh. Your Benevolence. Stop right there, criminal scum! Prosecutor Sadmadi. Wait, what was I about to do? As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? We'll never know. Barbed head, have you made peace with your fate? Nope. For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rafer's insights. Very well. The divination seance, if you please, Your Benevolence. Yeah, so let us begin. Nana, my robe. There we go. Oh, Rob and Kane. Staff. What's it called? Kane, I guess. It's either or.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Let's do it. Oh, I forgot I have to proceed. It's because she's talking, I'm not used to it.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me.
Do it. Do we get the Artonelico?
So that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Do we get the Artonelico music? Do we? It's like my favourite part of the game. Oh, we do! Yes! I'm still blown away by how good this looks on Android. It's not an ugly game by any means. Even Apollo Justice wasn't really that bad looking. It had a few issues. But I think that was just a BlueStacks issue more than anything. There was one time, I remember it specifically, where essentially what was supposed to be the sprite for somebody, I think it was the judge or Trucy, but instead it was just a white box. It just looked very odd. When does the music really get into it? It's when the music really gets going that it just gives me Artonelico vibes. Oh, pardon me. I think it's now. Here it is. When is it that it looks like she nearly trips? Oh, there. Not really tripping. I really do like the dance of whatever it was called. Devotion. Not the dance of death. That's a different dance. Right, okay. So we get to see the divination first. Oh. Wait. What? I'm very confused. She did the dance of devotion, but nothing showed? Okay. Hey Car, how's it going? I recommend playing this one. It's good. Every Ace Attorney game is good, in all fairness. But this one introduces some really cool mechanics, which is the pool of souls and the divination seance. Well, nothing came to her. I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Yeah, I'd probably recommend going if you want to play the game. And I completely understand. I appreciate you stopping by regardless. Have a good day. Your benevolence, what in the world? I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. Oh. That's probably what Sadmari was going to mention. Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it, I must go perform a divination seance for Perez a lot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before our trial begins. And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. Oh. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. I'm not anything of the sort. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It's my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. Rafa, what are we to do without a divination seance? I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I'm fully capable of proving the accused's guilt, with or without a divination seance. Ah, hearty laugh. You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sadmari. This is bad. The divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. Sheesh. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent. The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please. You're not helping. How dare you? The voice of a Mitama is to be feared, not utilised by vile lawyers such as you. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defence feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance? Uh-oh. No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmadi suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty. I clicked the fucking bubble button. Not what I wanted to do. I do that too much. Like you, I will not forget this barbed head. This will not be the last time you see of me. See of me? Could that not have just been, this will not be the last time you see me? Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. God, it's classic trial. Very well, if the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. Yeah, this is literally the classic trial. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Skye? I understand how you would wish to save the accused in the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go, and move on. He really likes that phrase. But there is only one way to save them now. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. Ooh, I can't do this. Oh, snackoos. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. Want one? Miss Skye. Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out, eventually. Wow. Oh, she looks so sad. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Skye. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of the case. Ah, so with testimony. Okay. Doof, 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 doof. Overview of the second murder. The latest victim was Perezalot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. Oh. Okay. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Will the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, and I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I going to do now? What do you think I'm gonna do? Press. What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed. He isn't dead. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed... Oh. Maybe she could try it again. Oh, actually, wait. Either he isn't dead, or he's dead, but Perezalot is not his name. Okay, time to press for some more information. I would probably lean more towards the fact he's dead, but he isn't called Perezalot. It was a name he made up. Let's see if I can do the trial a bit better this time, compared to yesterday. The latest victim was Perezalot. What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot? According to the neighbours and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. I too have heard his name mentioned as one who was a servant practitioner. A fervent, not servant. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple. Furthermore... Oh wow, this is moving on fast. Okay. He had been training under the High Priest, and living at his house for the past 2 years. 2 years? Are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbours and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. Was Mrs. In-Me, or In-Me's positive ID, the only way you verify the identity of the victim? Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. Here's what I'm thinking. His address was... there it is. So yeah, Praise-a-Lot is a fake name. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess used a deceased's face, or uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit. Why yes, that is indeed true. If he was using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Khura'in. An illegal immigrant. Come to think of it, Rafer mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. I had always thought that Acolyte Zealot was, Khura'inese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Sure. I can't see why we shouldn't. This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Skye, please add what you just said to your testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. Fuck! Keep doing that. Darn it. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name. We have that... the tattoo. Could that not be used to identify him? Objection! The peach-shaped tattoo? Sorry, Detective Skye. But the police missed something important in their investigation. Huh? What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Khura'inese native. Oh, right. And this crime scene photo proves it. It does. It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Khura'inese. But where? I don't see anything that would prove that. This proves the victim was Khura'inese. The knife. Not the tattoo. The fact it's been mentioned so bloody much. Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach. I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches. Well, peaches are a favourite delicacy here in Khura'in. They happen to be a personal favourite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya? Right now we have bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. If it is not a peach, you say, then what is it? Why, it's a radish! Take a closer look. Oh! Oh, yeah. It's that, but it's coloured in. Yeah, it's what Trust in Me has on his forehead. Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Oh my. What? This mark is only borne by members of the Khura'inist clergy. So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Khura'inist clergy bear. Hey, you're right. Until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right butt. On his right buttock. That is entirely too much information, Your Honour. Your Majesty. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. That will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, I have it all right here. Oh, he actually did say that. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There is just one, and his name is... Fuck me. His fake name is Praise-A-Lot, and his real name is Real Nemu. Of course. Real Nemu is his real name. He became a monk 20 years ago. Then that must be the victim's real name. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason. Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. You are but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well, let the divination seance be held once more. Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, Princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insight as evidence. Oh, but I will. Oh, don't say she has to do this again.
Oh, Holy
my
Mother,
God.
we hold this divination seance
Are
in
you
your
shitting
name.
me?
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped.
We have to
Oh,
watch
dance
this
of
twice.
devotion, guide
Alright,
the
whatever.
victim's soul to me.
I wouldn't mind if it was once per trial, but it's like... twice in the past, like, 20 minutes, or 15 minutes.
So that we may receive their final memories in the pool
Of souls! No dance, please. Save us. Never mind. Can we skip it? Oh, you can! Nah. I like it too much. It's a good thing. You know, it's good to watch. It's fun to watch. And also, to be fair, it's not really a super long cutscene, I guess. Oh well, while it plays out, I'll just check my emails. Anything new? Not really. I sold some stuff on Steam. That's cool. Oh, wah, wah. Ooh. Oh, right, yeah. I'm literally just checking emails while this plays out. I don't mind it. It's just like I'm listening to it, though. Oh wow, yeah, it really isn't that long. It's literally, it took a minute. I thought it was like a 3-minute cutscene for some reason. It must have really dragged on, I guess. Silly me. There we go. So, how is this gonna help? He was looking at himself. Ginger ale. Plumed Punisher theme, heavy. Pain. Boom, boom, boom. Huh. Oh my. It's just as Mr. Wright surmised. Perez-a-lot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. Oh, you'll eat your words. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. How? You did? Again, how? A most surprising surprise attack. So tell us, Prosecutor Sadmardi, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation. Hey, that's my Plumed Punisher strap. When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt... It's quite surprising at how loud and clear that thing is. It's very good quality. I still don't think it was that. It said it was heavy. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. Maya, no! Oh. Oh. I see what... Okay. He wanted to say that. Oh, I wanted her to say that. It's just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. It's time to accept the fate that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections... We're objecting. Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? No, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the Mitama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. Oh, I will. Give me those statements.